The only way to influence people is to talk in terms of what the other person wants. Now is no time to think of what you do not have. Think of what you can do with what there is. Happiness is the only thing that doubles when you share it. The smallest act of kindness is worth more than the grandest intention. Make no small plans, for they have no power to stir the soul. Better to die with honor than live with shame. Always remember that the biggest waste you can make is a waste of time. As you start to walk on the way appears. Fixation is the way to death. Fluidity is the way to life. What you leave behind is not what is engraved in stone monuments, but what is woven into the lives of others. If a free society cannot help the many who are poor, it cannot save the few who are rich. Sometimes, when you're thinking about someone you love, it makes you forget how to talk. It is the mark of an educated mind to be able to entertain a thought without accepting it. Fair speech may hide a foul heart. Some people are nobody's enemies but their own. Do not dare not to dare. The meaning of life is that it stops. Try not to become a man of success. Rather, become a man of value. Keep away from people who try to belittle your ambitions. Small people always do that. But the really great make you feel that you, too, can become great. We are never so defenseless against suffering as when we love. The oldest, shortest words, yes and no, are those which require the most thought. Both optimists and pessimists contribute to society. The optimist invents the aeroplane, the pessimist, the parachute. Treat your men as you would your own beloved sons, and they will follow you into the deepest valley. When in a state of hunger, one ought not to undertake labor. Loneliness is the way by which destiny endeavors to lead man to himself. We know what we are, but not what we may be. Why fit in when you were born to stand out? You are what you do, not what you say you'll do. Why do you look at the speck of sawdust in your brother's eye and pay no attention to the plank in your own eye? In order to understand the world, one has to turn away from it on occasion. The crowd is the gathering place of the weakest. True creation is a solitary act. You may delay, but time will not. What if everything in the world were a misunderstanding? What if laughter were really tears? The art of living well and the art of dying well are one. What one man calls God, another calls the laws of physics. Nothing can harm a good person, neither in life nor after death. It is not titles that honor men, but men that honor titles. No price is too high to pay for the privilege of owning yourself. To live is to do things, not to acquire them. Nothing is more difficult and therefore more precious than to be able to decide. It is easier to find men who will volunteer to die than to find those who are willing to endure pain with patience. Reprove your friend in secret and praise him in public. The greatest lesson in life is to know that even fools are right sometimes. Death may be the greatest of all human blessings. Thinking is difficult. That's why most people judge. Do not judge your neighbor until you walk 2 moons in his moccasins. Hell must be a pretty swell spot, because the guys that invented religion have sure been trying hard to keep everybody else out. People who are unable to motivate themselves must be content with mediocrity, no matter how impressive their other talents. The man who moves a mountain begins by carrying away small stones. The success of each is dependent upon the success of the other. I feel like I am among people who are going to live forever. At least that is how they act. They are so obsessed with money that they have forgotten about life. Worry a little bit every day, and in a lifetime you will lose a couple of years. If something is wrong, fix it if you can. But train yourself not to worry. Worry never fixes anything. There were many dark moments when my faith in humanity was sorely tested. But I would not and could not give myself up to despair. That way lays defeat and death. We are all travelers in the wilderness of this world, and the best we can find in our travels is an honest friend. There is no exquisite beauty without some strangeness in the proportion. The creatures outside looked from pig to man, and from man to pig, and from pig to man again. But already it was impossible to say which was which. Well, I must endure the presence of a few caterpillars if I wish to become acquainted with the butterflies. It is the destiny of the weak to be devoured by the strong. The most valuable of all talents is that of never using 2 words when one will do. No great discovery was ever made without a bold guess. Which quote did you like the most? Share your opinion in the comments. Don't miss out on a chance to see the next video. Subscribe.